Welcome, my name is Kat, this is my channel Kat Can Sew, and welcome to episode 25. Thank you to everybody who is returning, to everybody who is new, thank you, and I hope you enjoy what you see. I'm on Instagram under Kat Can Sew, who does not post nearly as often as she should, and I'm taking this as a chance to show my cross stitch to more than basically just my husband. It's been a couple of weeks. It's not been super busy. I have worked a couple of shifts. I've done 2 shifts with Val from Live and Die LA. I'm helping her prep for the retreat this weekend. To everybody going, I hope you have an amazing time. I am not. Just some conflict of time things, and honestly I just don't have the cash for a retreat right now. I did a day at Universal. I worked the day that it poured down all day. I was wet to the bone. I poured water out of my gumboots, and I got my snow boots also wet to the point where I am squishing. It was unpleasant. Luckily I had dry, clean, warm shoes in my car. I have worked on 7 projects this fortnight, which knocked out 6 goals. I have a little bit of haul, and I have my March Madness. So that will be an entire chapter, so if you're not interested, just skip over it. If I have a before photo, I will post that about 50-50. And hopefully I will remember all the details this week. Let's jump into my works in progress. So the first project I worked on is Santa Stamp Collection. This is by the Black Needle Society. This was part of the, I think it was the 2023 Nice List. I think I've only done the 2 years, so I think it was the 2023. And I am doing this on the Cold Fall fabric, which is Plush by Fortnight Fabrics. Unfortunately, it is a lot of ecru on a yellowy brown, but I did 1,365 stitches. I hope I said this was a 32 count. Needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU, and the throw up too. So not much done beforehand. This completed the Get 10% wheel. It is currently spun up for a second wheel, which is for the number of remaining stitches. To do 5%, so I've got about another 700 stitches to do. Hopefully that will complete collection and maybe do some more of the frames. So this is just stitched in DMC. This is like my 5th attempt at filming this. I got to about here and then my husband came home. I'm sorry if I forget stuff because I have already said it multiple times. Next project I worked on was Celebrate All Year October. I have actually worked on this twice. It came up on a second wheel, so I did 20% because it came up on the under 2,500 remaining stitches wheel, and then it came up on the 2024 starts, which was another 500, and because I was really close to 80%, I just got it to 80%. All up I did 960 stitches on it. There should be a before photo because I worked on it last week. And here's where I'm up to. I have 4 colours left, and they're all down in that bottom third. It's really close. I'm so happy with it. Basically next time it gets spun up, it will get finished because it only has 80%, only has 20% to go. That is stitched on a 32 count linen, ice blue. I just ordered it through 123 stitch. No, this is the one I got from Yarntree. So yeah, that's where it's at. Next up is, most of these projects also are all digital, so I only have patterns online on my computer. So next up is Quick Stitch Ladybug, art by Ching-Chou Kuik. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This is a mono, it's only stitched in black. I'm stitching this on 16 count Magnetized by Live and Die LA on an Opal 16 count Adia in 310. So this I managed to achieve. So I got 1,232 stitches on this. So I was aiming for about, I think I needed 1,000. Let me have a look at the wheel. Ladybug. Yeah, this spun up on the 2023 starts. So I needed 1,000 stitches. But I got to 10%, which got me, I did the 1,000 and I had some hanging threads, so I wanted to finish those, and with the finishing threads I needed like 20 stitches to get to 10%, so I did one more length. So 1,223. I am now at 10%. The Ladybug's kind of like here, so she's a while away, but I'm really happy with how that's stitching up. Needle Minder is by Galloway. It is no longer available. Next up, I finished my goal on Mermaids of the Seasons. I needed 500 stitches on this for a 2024 start. My goal was actually to complete the 4 frames, but the 3 frames gave me the number of stitches I wanted, and I really was overdoing grey border. So here's where we're at. This is stitched on a 28 count Opal Lugana in Mermaid Lagoon from Live and Die LA. Needle minders are from all over the place. The Jellyfish is Ginger Stitch AU. The Neon Turtle is Angus Little Needle Minders, and the I Am Really a Mermaid is from Midnight Spell Designs, was Kim's Creative Needle Minders. So yeah, all I did was borders. So I've got 3 of the 4 borders done. It'll come up again and I will probably actually maybe get some details done on it. The pattern is by Bella Filipina. This was the Mermaid sale from last year? I think it was last year. All of the details would have been on the front panel. I should have started it when they were going live, and I probably would have got a lot further. Unfortunately I decided to do the borders first, and the borders are not the most interesting part. So, but now I'm stubborn and I want to get all the borders done and then go in and do the mermaids. Next up is Koala Cards. This is from the world of cross stitching. The designer I think is Fiona Baker, and I'm having a mental blank on that. Find the cover image. Yeah, Fiona Baker. I have, this is a magazine, but I have taken a photo so you can see all of it together. This was a, which wheel was this one on? This was on the 2500 to 10,000 remaining stitches, to 10%, which was 734 stitches. I got 750, and here's where we're at. I actually thought I was going to get this one done, but I am a couple hundred stitches left, and then all of the back stitch. So there's quite a bit of back stitch in this one. This is the single design that I'm actually working on. So as you can see, I'm pretty close, but there is going to be a lot of back stitch on this. This is stitched on a 28 count Evergreen Dew Lugana by Live and Die LA. Needle minders are from Ginger Stitch AU, and I think the other two are Midnight Spell designs. Yeah, Midnight Spell designs. I think this also may have gotten to 10% with that. Oh no, we're at 22%. We're nearly at 25%, because we nearly have one of them done. Next project I worked on was Quick Stitch Seahorse, again by Heaven and Earth Designs, again designed the artwork by Kuik. This is stitched on 16 count Opal Adia in Smack the Jellyfish by Live and Die LA. This is where the whole project is at. I basically just worked on this bit here and a little bit in here. I've only done a couple hundred stitches on it so far. Yeah, I've done like 216, so I haven't met my goal on this one yet. Ways to go yet. I think what did this one come up on? What am I going for this one? 10%, sorry, 10,000, 1,050 stitches, so I've still got, 750 stitches to go on this one. It will, if it doesn't get done in the next couple of days, it will be a April finish. It is still in the Q-Snap because I do plan on working on it this week. I can't believe it. And then the last project I worked on was Celebrate All Year December, again by Black Needle Society, again stitched on ice blue 32 count linen from Yarntree. I think it's Zegwart. Here is where it was, and here is where we're at. This one only got 336 stitches, so I'm now at 40%, and getting there. I actually got a ton done on the horse, so I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, that's all of my WIPs this week. Next week's going to be a ton of WIPs, because as of the 1st, I am doing Mania. For anybody who is not... Oops. Sorry, I need to find out which project this went into. There we go, the koalas. So, Cross Stitch Mania, or Stitch Mania, or... Sorry, correction. Stitching Madness, or Cross Stitch Madness, March Madness, whatever you want to call it, is based on the basketball tournament. Though instead of having 64 initial teams, you start with 16, which then goes down to 8, down to 4, down to 2, and then you work on your winning project for the last day. This brings you to 31 days. So for the first 16 days, you are working on one project a day. The project that gets the most stitches goes to the next round. My goal is, I have actually matched each of my brackets by designer, because I have too many projects by the same designer. I am hoping to drop that number, but right now I have at least 8 designers. Actually, I'm closer to 10 designers that I have at least 2 projects by. So let's go into what we're working on. Here is my bracket. And I'm dropping into a voiceover here. I did not give myself enough time while I was recording this. I started off really well and then just kind of sped through it really quickly. I have on my brackets on this, God Designer has 2 projects, which means each grouping is done by designer. I have 2 by Atomic Tiki Pins. I have 2 by Forbidden Fiber Co., 2 by Black Needle Society, 2 by Heaven and Earth Designs. I have 2 Mill Hill kits, 2 Long Dog samplers, 2 Mirabilias, and 2 cells by Climbing Goat Designs. I'm going to have a cover image and the latest work in progress for each project. Day 1, we're starting with Pirate Crest. This is based on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride and is designed by Atomic Tiki Pins. This is stitched in DMC on a 28 count. I'm not going to remember any of my fabrics, so I will post all that in the description box. Day 2 is Electrical Light Parade, also by Atomic Tiki Pins. I am stitching this on a 36 count Opal Edinburgh. This pairing is going to go to Pirate Crest, purely because that is the one that I'm not going to go absolutely bonkers on. Day 3 is Clue. This is from Forbidden Fiber Co. This was the 2023 Halloween mystery sale based on the game Cluedo. This is using their custom dyed fabric and flosses, as this was a complete kit. Day 4 is Ever After Sale, also a mystery sale by Forbidden Fiber Co. This is all quotes from the amazing Cinderella movie Ever After. It has my favourite quote on there, which is, "Of course not, mother, I'm only here for the food. Jacqueline is my favourite character." Again, custom dyed fabrics and flosses. Day 5 is Frogwarts Year 1, and Day 6 is Frogwarts Year 2 by Black Needle Society. These are from the Frogwarts virtual retreats done by Black Needle Society in July. These are done on a single piece of fabric. I am way behind on these 2. I did start these during the Year 3 event. I did not go to 1 or 2. I hadn't even discovered Black Needle Society until after Year 2. But I am hoping to have them all done by next year. Do not know which one will go. Probably Year 2. Next up is Rapunzel and Rococo for Day 7. These are my Heaven and Earth design projects. She is about halfway done. I am really close to a page finish. I think I have less than 600 stitches. I am hoping to get that page finished. Also, once I finish the page, I will go through and clear out all those long threads. Day 8 is Bookworm Fairy. She's been around a while. She's going to be around for a while. I am hoping... I have a ton of background on this one, so Bookworm Fairy may win on those 2. Day 9 is Advent Trilogy Set 3 from Mill Hill Kids. I am currently working on the 3rd of 8 designs. This is actually pretty quick and pretty easy fill-in stitches. I did the second one in like a day, so I may get this progress done. Day 10 is Turtle, also by Mill Hill Kits. This is a lot of light blue on light blue fabric or paper, which I will probably go in and fill in that light blue on that side because that is going to be the quickest bit to do. Day 11 is Anzac. That is going to be Long Dog Samplers. This is the smaller of the 2, and I am stitching in a Silk by Silks for You. I've actually done more on this than I have of the next one. Again, I am trying to keep my projects kind of comparable for the pairs. Day 12 being a death by cross stitch. This one is going to take a while, but I am working in a section that is fairly quick to stitch. Again, working in a silk from Silks for You. Day 13 is Villa Mirabilia by Mirabilia. I am working on her skirt, so it is a lot of checkerboards, but it can go either way on whether it is quick or slow to stitch. I'm also trying this knot on the floor stand for a change. 14 is Royal Games. This is the first of the 2 Queen's card decks. I am hoping to get the metallic in and finish her earring, and then it will probably just be more working on her neckline and collar. Day 15 is Wonders of the James Webb Space Telescope. This was the 2024 Climbing Goat Designs sale. As you can see, I've got 2.5 designs done. This is fairly slow going though. And day 16 is the Wonders of the Hubble Space Telescope. Again, this is fairly slow going. There is a lot of black, but it's a lot of confetti. It could go either way. I'm all out. I have literally just taken all of my starting photos, so I can create a folder on Facebook in the fandom page to create that as a post, an album with all of my starting photos, and then we can go from there. I don't know how many of these will actually get stitches on them. As long as I get a couple of stitches on at least one of them, I am aiming for at least 100 stitches on all of them. But I have been struggling to stitch every day, so hopefully this will like get me motivated for the next month to get, you know, at least 100 stitches done every day. And then so yes, hence all of the photos were all of my starting photos. Last but not least is my haul. I got my latest mystery box. This is the 4th one from Atom Heart. Floss drops. So in this we get 2 packs of floss drops, and then usually 1 or 2 items. First item we got was a little pair of these scissors. These are actually really good. I have a green pair that lives in my Mill Hill project bag. That is my travel project bag. And then the other item we got was a project tracker. And I don't tend to track my projects on paper. I do it all digitally. But this actually has a really good breakdown at the top of all of the information. And then some tracking details. So my goal is to put these in my project bags. Over as I go. And then so I had opened the bag, but I was like keeping it in them. So the 2 coloured floss drops we got in this one is this like pinky red colour. Which is Red Nebula, and possibly my new favourite is Midnight Rain, which is this bluey purple green speckle. Like, you can't see it, but there is green and there is purple in this blue. It is just amazing. I do get the bigger box of bags, but So I get them in the 25s. They also have them available in the 12s. On the website, check closer to the next one. Will come out in, I want to say April, but it could be May. I also, being in the workshop, Val was like, if you want to go through the freebie box, go for it. She picked up what we think might be a deceased estate collection. So I picked up a few patterns. A couple of them I think are printouts of PDFs, and they have been printed in black and white. So I have it. I'm not sure whether I will end up also purchasing these, just so I have them in colour. But they're digital, they're only a few bucks. So it's Autumn Lane's Curious Mermaid, Autumn Lane's Hawaiian Mermaid, Time Traveller by Joan Elliott. I am tempted to do this in the blue conversion that people have done. The Reader, also by Joan Elliott. A Fox and Rabbit 2024 Christmas koala. And then there was a kit of Star Wars, so the original movie poster. Liz, I blame you for this one because you had the Darth Vader one the other day. I'm going to change out the fabric on this. It is a light blue Adia. I will probably, it looks like it's fully stitched, so I will probably do it on like a white or something, like an off-white, something like that, just to, and on an Evenweave. I do not need to pay hand-dyed fabric prices for full coverage. So that is it. I thought this was going to be a little bit longer because I was going to go more into my stitching madness, but honestly, you're going to see a lot of that next week. Doing more Disney, hoping for some more shifts at work. Otherwise, we're pretty chill. Hopefully I'll get a ton of stitching done. In the meantime, find what you're happy stitching on, work on your jam, and I'll see you in a fortnight. Ciao.